Yo, did I forget? Like, what if CJ did bring it up to me and I just forgot? I'm about to sound like an asshole right now. Hey, take a seat. How you doing?
I won't lie, I was starting to spiral a tiny bit after that meeting, but I just had a quick chat with Marty and he kind of brought me back to reality.
Spiral about what?
My fear, I guess, was that the problems that I caused in the past, which I do take accountability for, I think a lot of those actions were in my control, and as Marty put it, I went into the situation knowing that it had the possibility of causing a problem and still took the risk. Obviously I am paying for the consequences of that, as I rightfully should, and probably a lot less consequences than deserved, but I was just scared that the shit that I have to do now because of the problems I made in the past were gonna cause further consequences that genuinely were out of my control.
I mean, the reality is the past doesn't matter, right? Truth be told, was there shit you did like reckless and fucking stupid? Of course it was. Could have gotten you killed. Yeah. But the reason it didn't is because, you know, we're all a part of the problem right now. It's not just specific to one person. Letting shit slide, doing shit we shouldn't, you know, teeter-tottering too much on the fucking fine line of death and life. That's why it's important in these moments, especially when we lose a great soldier, the fucking destroyer of worlds. Yeah. We use that as a memory to remember, okay, I gotta keep my shit together, right?
You're right.
So we need to keep tradition alive in Cyprus. That's just a point blank period. Now, there might be new traditions created and a new path set out, especially from the death of Ilya. Who knows? But where things currently stand, whether we like it or not, we got to make sure we see it through, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think I've definitely been getting sloppy, especially during that week, of course. I also, I mean, it's scary because I also don't really want to turn into who I was when I was an enforcer in the complete Cypress, because I think I lost myself a bit. I was just I mean, a soldier, yes, but that was it. I was just thinking, how do I
shut up, Nico,
get shit set up for everyone? How do I do this and that? And I lost
bitch.
Even I think some of my friendships a little bit. I don't want to just turn into a robot with no emotions for people, but I do understand what you're saying. Like, I do think the traditions are important.
Yeah. Listen, just keep it together. All right, stay locked in. And wherever we go from here, we go from here. The South, they want to have a funeral for Ilya. That's probably going to cause a shit show that we need to be ready for.
They want to have a funeral for Ilya?
Yeah. Is that for TJ Maxx fit? Wait, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? This is old man fit. The pants up to over his fucking waist.
Man, like, what is
the fuck?
Why? They didn't even have the respect to blood him out properly.
I don't know what their angle is anymore. I feel like they might be trying to bait some sort of reaction. I have no fucking idea. Anyways, Listen, when you spoke to my son yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Spoke to him yesterday, right?
2 days ago?
Whatever the fuck you told me, right?
Yeah.
Did you leave out some very important information you may have forgotten about?
Yeah, I guess the conversation went... I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm a curious person. You know, I'm the type of person where if a stove's on and you say that's hot, then I have the urge to touch it. But every time I drive past that place that you took me, Lang, like, it's all I can think about now. I wanted some answers, and I knew I couldn't ask random ass people. And when I saw your son...
The fit and hair look like Apple's dad? Jesus Christ.
I don't know, I think part of me wanted to just try and figure out that I wasn't just crazy, and that the shit that I've seen and the shit that I know is really there.
Okay. Cedar, this is something you need to understand, okay? I understand you're curious, whatever, right? But the saying, curiosity killed a cat, is a saying for a very, very important reason. Asking questions can get you killed. Now, is there more to that conversation you may be leaving out?
I asked him, let's see, I asked him what his relationship was like with you, because that's when I was trying to figure out if, like, you trusted him. And he said it's complicated. I asked him, I asked him if you turn into a crow. He just asked if I was high. But when I got in the car, he drove straight to the place that you...
Why is she leaving out the Blue Man conversation? I'm confused.
And so I asked him, why did you drive here? And then he kind of got mad and said, I can drive wherever the fuck I want. And every question I asked, he just kept saying it's complicated. And I said, is there any question that, you know, isn't complicated? And he said, I'm sure you'll think of one. And I'd heard some things kind of about what you showed me.
Here we go.
And the way they were phrased was in a very joking manner, but I wasn't sure if it was true or not. So I asked him what happens at this restaurant. And then he got very defensive. And I realized pretty fast, you know, maybe
she doesn't bring it up.
Something I should talk about, so I didn't want to say anymore, and he wasn't having that, so he pulled a gun and he put it on his lap, and he said, no, what have you heard? I said, well, I've just heard,
Okay, maybe she does bring it up.
Someone make a joke that there was potentially some terrorist shit or something.
Wait, it was a joke?
And then he laughed and said, oh, who the fuck did you hear that from? And I lied to him because at this point, you know, he said your relationship was complicated, so I didn't know.
Wait. Can we rewind a bit? Who did you hear this from?
Yeah. So I heard that joke from Marlo, but I told him that I was taken hostage by like some British man or people or something.
I'm like trying to go deep in the past. I don't think we ever told Marlo any of this shit. And where did Marlo hear this from?
I don't know. He said it as a joke, so I didn't like press about it. And I never really thought of it as anything other than a joke until, you know.
Chat, what did I do at
everybody
Bass's funeral? How do you guys all remember this? This is crazy to me that my viewers remember everything. What did I say to him at Bass's funeral? Oh yeah, I did the bit where I said everything.
Listen, when
Holy
you
shit.
brought me there and showed me those things, obviously I knew the two things you showed me, I should never speak those words out loud.
Right.
But the quote and stuff, when you said it was like a very famous quote, I didn't know that was top secret. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought that was kind of
The quote
just
isn't
like
top secret. I mean, it's already on my, it's all over my billboards.
Oh, why did he say he was gonna kill me if I ever said it?
Because my son's dramatic. Listen, what else did Marvel say, like, specifically?
Well, he was just talking about like the past and just kind of all over the place stuff, like racing crews and restaurants that were open back in the day. But that was the only sentence that raised some flags. I think the exact words were something like, it's not like there was like a terrorist organization or anything.
Did you tell this to Jaeger?
No, because I said that it was some random British people, because I didn't know if you trusted him or not, because he said your relationship is complicated.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I said, but I really think that was it, because he laughed. Oh, right, he said, what is your relationship to Lang? And I said, he's my Don, and then he lost it and laughed for the rest of the ride. And I said, why are you laughing? And he said, I forgot he's doing that. Something like that.
Listen, who brought up the terrorist thing first? Was it you or was it Jaeger?
I said, I've heard things. He put a gun on his lap and said, what have you heard? And then I said, just a joke about the terrorist thing. That was, I think, the exact way that went.
Okay.
So I take
And then you heard it from
part
Marlo,
is
and Marlo was
not
implicating
a
it was a
joke.
joke.
Yeah, he said it completely as a joke.
Okay. Okay, now, why didn't you bring this up the other day when we talked about Jaeger and all this shit?
I'm not gonna lie, I just got really distracted by Edgar dying and stuff. I also, like... I mean, the way Jaeger laughed about it, I also thought it was a joke, too.
Okay. Now... I mean, that's fair. I get it. A lot's been happening the past couple of days, so, you know, I believe that. But the point of that is, it goes back to what we said earlier, right? Like, you got to make sure that it may not seem that important, but I need to know shit like that.
Okay.
And it's better I don't find out from other people.
Yeah, of course.
Especially my own son.
That's fair.